Welcome back to some more Dwarfers. We are back in the Friendly Arm, or as it's also known, in the Friendly Arm Inn. We've finally put the door in here so that it's a little bit more safe, although I'm still wondering if I should just cut it off, because if you have not seen the first episode, this lake in here all the way to our west, and I guess this part to our north as well, is cursed. And in the first episode, it was a snapping turtle, I think, died and then came back as an undead and actually killed one of our dwarves, who is now buried in here, Atir Rash Ruloltar, the farmer, who was unfortunately mauled to death by an undead turtle, basically. Or is it a tortoise? Not sure. Our food situation is not very good. Should keep us fed for some time at least. We have our little dormitory, our little tavern with some maple and pecan wood cups in here. And what I would like to do, and Tim, our original miner, has gotten to work. Let's see if we have a good cook. Anyone? Nope, not really. I think we have, the Zam, our militia commander, is a fairly good brewer, but we don't really have a good cook, so let's maybe get this guy and these two miners. Well, maybe these two actually, because this one's a little bit upset, so let's have him do whatever he likes so that he maybe is a little less grumpy with time. And as we are mining the basalt, are we making blocks here? We are out of walnut this time. That is okay. And do we have a stonecrafter in here? We would like to start chiseling out some basalt blocks and maybe one more stone worker. I think there was a warning that we are out of foodstuffs, ingredients that we would be able to turn into meal, but just as I say it, fruit starts falling down from the trees, so now we can get a fruit gathering zone around here, but we shall not allow them to pick the fruit straight from the trees, just only from bushes and from the ground, as if they were trying to pick them from the trees, they would bring up a stepping ladder, and then they would go up a tree, on the branches, to pick the fruit, and then some other dwarf would go to get the stepping ladder, move it aside, take it for themselves, use it to climb some other tree, and the original one would now be stuck up on that tree and might starve, for example, or dehydrate. Although thanks to the FHAC, we would have had a warning on the bottom left that would tell us about a group being stuck, being isolated, and not being able to find their way out, and we would be able to build a quick staircase leading up the tree branches to save the dwarf, the unfortunate dwarf. The alternative, I suppose, is to just get a boatload of step ladders so that they don't feel like they have to steal them from each other. We have struck Galena, which I think might be silver and copper. Are we starting? Yes, we are starting to get some basalt blocks. I'd like to have even more of them. Thank you. And here I would like to dig out a little pantry, if possible. Maybe let's change it to highest priority and dig something out like this, but not auto. Just dig all. Could connect these technically, but I'm not sure if that's necessary actually, as this will be, well, they produce, sure, let's do it. So that the food that they produce here, they can quickly store in the pantry without having to go all the way around on the surface. Actually, how many hatches do we have? Can we just cover this thing? We can. And we can keep color coordination by choosing the same type of a hatch made from the same wood. I will only keep meals, drinks, fish, and I guess cheese, I think is the other thing that they can readily consume. And they can eat just the quote-unquote raw ingredients, the fruits and the vegetables as well. But I think prepared meals might just be better for their mood. Someone's become an herbalist from gathering stuff from the floor. What's your skill here? Let's watch him for a little bit. Already level 4? I wonder then if he already had some levels. He can actually get quite a lot of stuff at once without having to go and leave it on. Well, it all disappeared somehow. Is it because he's completely covered in water now and he abandoned thing that he's gathered? Not sure what happened. Yeah, it's all on the ground here, so maybe rain fell on him and he got pissed. Yeah, he was annoyed when caught in the rain and he was like, screw this, I'm not working anymore, I'm going to grab a drink and relax a little bit. And that's exactly what he did. Hopefully the fruit didn't get like mulched, destroyed basically. I think I might be going a little bit too large with this. Although on the other hand, it's good to have a lot of place to build. And I'd like to build some nice stone fortifications next. I guess we could build something like this. And I don't think they will be able to slip under here. For some time now, dwarves and other creatures can actually climb. So what you want to do to stop it is to build a wall or like fortifications that hang over this tile. So for example, like fortifications and going here one tile above, so then they might like start climbing this wall, but they have a ceiling over their head and can't really go anywhere, but you would probably have to do it along the whole length for it to be actually useful or effective, I suppose. Yeah, we are out of the oaken blocks, so let's start using walnut instead. I didn't want a wall actually, I wanted fortifications here. Although I guess I don't think we have like any crossbowmen or crossbow dwarfs for now at least. So let's maybe start building some huts for workshops. They can be like just 4x4, I guess. And the floor can be made out of walnut. And then I probably won't be able to store much underneath here. But I guess, well, this would suffice. So let's say in the far corner, we'll have a staircase leading down, and then a small storage room for whatever raw materials we might require. And we can now start building walls out of basalt. And we could actually replace these walls with basalt now. Although it's a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the Quake of Romancing, which is our parent civilization, is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrial craft dwarf. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. For us, I don't think it's quite that dangerous. We actually have built... Did it say unloading goods? It didn't. Couldn't have, because we don't have a trade depot yet. And we're just gonna say use closest material, stop priority, yes. So this area is then just because of the cursed lake. But on the other hand, I believe we are in a warm climate. I don't think I actually want anything from them. I don't think so. They would like cloth, which we could actually make. We don't have any wool here. I wonder if we have any wool that can be then spun into threads and then maybe to cloth. I'm not sure. Cloth, that's theirs. Yeah, whatever. Because that's not that important right now. We will have the depot built in just a second, and then traders will come. We'll likely call our own trader, our broker. We do have a pictile tunic that we could sell them. And then, do we even have anything? A pair of shoes and socks from our deceased farmer, which would fetch us a very nice price. And nothing more than that. So yeah, we have only very few things that we can offer them. Hopefully the actual price won't be much lower, although it usually is. the one stated on that screen that we just saw. We can see the traders are now arriving and unpacking their goods. And we can already trade with them. Yes, so fortunately, these things, these shoes and socks, like, this is something that we're going to need, but they are worth so much that I think it's better for us for now to just sell them. I would like to have at least like an instrument and a toy. A turkey hen. I guess we don't really... Well, it's so cheap that I'll just take it. And the guinea cock as well. Not that we need them specifically, but they are so cheap that we might as well. Some ale and wine. And weapons that we might want to take. Not really. A leather armor, sure. I might start smelting some stuff fairly soon. To at least, these are so cheap that I'm just going to buy them. Let's see, plump helmet spawns, yes. I was gonna say that I might start to make at least a short sword for everyone. And which is what I like to do. We will buy all of these things. And your plump helmets as well. You have some cheese that we can also take. We should have plenty of food now. And some cheap, maybe just the one, because I want to leave. Well, I guess let's just take all of them, because they will come in a year. So it's like, sure, we could leave them maybe for next year. They don't have any leather, unfortunately. But they do have quite a lot of cloth. Unfortunately, a lot of it is giant cave spider silk, which is rather expensive, and it already seems maybe let's get rid of... Really? With this much profit, we're giving them 5,000 value, and they're not completely satisfied with a profit of like 3/5 of that, 60%. That's might be due to our subpar trading skills, but let's try to trade anyway. They accept it. I forgot to sell this thing. I can't offer it as a gift even. About traded for a piece of raw green glass. That's fine, and that's all that we wanted from you. I guess it would be nice to store all these things somewhere. Let's make a pile for like finished goods and cloth and leather as well. And maybe armor, because we bought a little bit. Few pieces, some helmets and shields. We might need more nest boxes now, actually, since we bought these new animals. And they are in cages currently. We can assign them here for now. We'll free them from their cages. Then we can just unassign them again. I don't think we actually have any more nest boxes, so we have to order some. I just have 2 made. That's curious. why you would reach that. Actually, there is... and I built the stairway a little bit wrong. It should have gone upstairs as well, but we can just build a second stairwell. This was walnut, I believe. That's correct. And also have... And I think we're going to make 1 and 2 levels so that the bottom floor can be the workshop and the second floor can be a bedroom for whoever is going to be working there. I'm not sure who we are going to put there actually. Maybe a mechanic, maybe build a mechanic and start making some traps and such to have at least a little bit of protection for us. Let's use whatever is closest, and since it's a mechanic, then we would like to have... I guess he's going to need stone. Economic. Or other. Is it economic or is it other? I'm not sure actually. Let's go with other. And we shall forget later to check if it's the correct one or not. Okay, so our pantry is filling nicely. This stuff is some bins for a more efficient storing or storage solution. I guess some more won't hurt. Might as well some wheelbarrows. So, well, maybe not 10, maybe like 5. The 5s, I think we probably have 1 or 2 already. And that's because reasons. Some like heavy things like stones can actually be moved around with wheelbarrows much faster, although you have to assign wheelbarrows to specific like here, bins, wheelbarrows, barrels. This stockpile doesn't store anything that can be moved with wheelbarrows, so we don't need to assign anything there. Wonder, you might have had a few gems to spare, and I'll see if we have any finished goods. Actually, let's maybe stop that and let's take a look at our gems. Is it gems? It's not gems. Large gems, we have none. Rough gems, we have 1. So, you know what? Never mind then. But I guess we could. Some rock crafts. And let's say like 50 for now. Some rocks being moved in here. We actually should have a wheelbarrow, not beer barrel, but wheelbarrow assigned there. And yes, I am building floors out of wood, which can be dangerous if you're attacked by a dragon or something. The roof will be made of stone, actually. Because they can burn down. And if someone were to actually be standing on it, once as it burns down, then they can learn how to fly for a very short period of time. Here that flying is actually quite easy. You just have to miss the ground, but it often turns out that that's the hardest part, unfortunately. So yeah, I would like to have some more, maybe with a little space in between them, in between them, of like these little hovels, little workshops, and then I don't know, maybe here, because there's another bend in the river, like a defensive castle, and maybe at some point we will be able to change the palisade into a proper thick stone wall that we would be able to then equip with some murderous machines, which have been reworked, and a new one has been added, the bolt thrower, which is basically a dwarven machine gun. We have the pond turtle shells, which I believe can... I guess we can decorate with shell if there's going to be anything, and make some gauntlets, leggings, and also helms. We could also make some crafts, but maybe at least a little bit of that armor for our militia, so that every dwarf has at least some small protection would be nice. And I was saying about starting smelting some stuff, so first we have to build, to kickstart our furnaces, a wood furnace, so that we can just make a single piece of charcoal, just a bit of fuel to have the actual... Well, actually, we don't have any... I was gonna say to get the actual smelter going, but we actually don't have any bituminous coal or lignite, or maybe there's some third thing that I am not remembering now that can be used as to change to like smelt into fuel or cook or whatever. But I have almost missed that we have some new migrants, and it seems like we would like some more buckets also. So let's order some first, and then let's see what sort of migrants we have gotten. A bowyer, an accomplished one actually. It's gotten a little bit better, I think, with dwarves using crossbows, so we might build some. But it used to be that once they ran out of ammunition, although we didn't get any leather, so we don't have any quivers. But yeah, once they run out of ammunition, they would just go charging, bashing heads with their crossbows. So that's why it would have been preferable to make them out of metal. That's a novice in all of the things, all of the arts and crafts, and actually a competent fighter. That's a very skilled dwarf, actually, in multiple skills. I wonder if we should make them like our broker. Actually, it seems like we have a carpenter. That would be the best right now. So let's choose him, and doesn't need a study, an office, so that's good. And actually, yeah, we've gotten some dwarves skilled in combat, it seems. We've also got... So the first one, Urdin, is the very skilled bowyer. Next we've got Bear, the craft dwarf, Morul, the stone crafter, Atir, the wood crafter, and that's about it. So 4 new dwarves. However, it seems like at least some of them appear to be quite skilled. Sword shield armor. Armor user fighter. I think I'll have these armor users in this squad. We actually already have a militia squad in here. So let's call them Militia 1. Then we shall create a new squad. For now, without a uniform, but we shall create one in just a second. Let's maybe change these colors a little bit so that they are the green background can tell us that these are militia, and then the blue will signify that it's a regular squad. Because this was better, but the symbol not, yeah, a little brighter. That's okay. So now equip, add uniform, militia. We can assign them an individual choice of melee weapon, I suppose. Let's grab anything that we have. And actually, like, I think it's leggings. Can we choose shell, actually? Or I think it might count as leather. Sure, let's choose leather. And then also leather headwear. I guess it doesn't have to be leggings specifically, just leather, excuse me, new legwear out of leather. And I suppose while we're at it, any leather armor as well. Sure. And assign the militia uniform. Not that they are going to have much to grab just yet. But we'll hopefully be able to craft them some weapons. So how about we order like 50 charcoal? Got some more gems, it looks like. Actually, yeah, the galena vein can also be mined. Silver 50% and lead. I think silver is not very good for plant weapons like warhammer or maces. Need empty food storage item, so we might also want to order some barrels. And in here, I forgot to put back the floor, or no, I've just made it out of basalt. So let's do that. The roof is finished as well. A hutch. Hazelwood, sure. Let's order some rock mechanisms, around 30 for now, let's say. Do we have any mechanic in here? Not really. But we might assign someone. Like we have 2 woodcrafters, for example. So we shall assign one of them to start training as a mechanic. And also congratulations, because you are getting your own bedroom upstairs. Might even get 2 beds in case you get a significant other that you might want to share your bedroom with. Order up some more of these. And I guess as well chests and cabinets that we'll be able to furnish the bedrooms with. A floor, and we would like the walnut. Thank you. And let's assign it No, which one was it? A tier. Where are you? Here's a woodcrafter, a tier. Here you are. Your very own separate private bedroom where you can do whatever you'd like. Just don't do nothing nasty. Like, I don't know, shaving your beard, for example. We don't have any furnace operators, it seems like. We have a bunch of microline. I would like to get some more basalt or basalt. Basil. Some spices for our food. Our little barrel, bone carver? Ah, from the shells, probably. I'm guessing the boyer's workshop for our accomplished boyer. And I guess let's order a few bone and a wooden crossbows. Not that we have any quivers yet, so we won't really be able to equip any crossbow dwarfs as of yet. Basalt microline, so yes, it seems like it's the other, not the economic. Maybe the economic would work as well, but he seems to be using the rocks closest to him, right underneath his workshop. He's only an adequate woodcrafter. A little bit of other skills. A novice swimmer, which I suppose is a good skill to have when you're surrounded with a lake and river. So yeah, all going along nicely for now. Without much drama going on, thankfully, as we've already lost a dwarf very recently. I think this is all oak. And what we might want to do is just have some like basic stone for tramps. We might be able to have 6, so let's do it like this. And I guess we could do like a gate in here. Vertical bars can only made out of metal, so you'd have to first smell some metal. Smelt galena, and we'll have a nice silver grate, and we might as well take the door out and exchange it for a gate that's, or like vertical bars, metal bars that are going to be connected to a lever somewhere, and when the lever is pulled they will be shut. And we might even build some pressure plates in front of the gate, so that if some monster or animal or something steps on the pressure plate, then it will be shut as well. Yeah, we have a lot of these shell armors, and I wonder if they can actually equip them. Yes, they can, and that's okay. And it's leggings and gauntlets as well. But I think we would have to... I guess we'll leave it as is, because we would have to create a whole new uniform. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to edit them. Not sure what ornament is. Some kind of a rock. We've got our first traps set. Some charcoal being produced, some crossbones already made. Yeah, but their value is very, very low. And that's because the material they are made out of the bones and the wood themselves are not exactly rare and precious. And we already have some lead. I guess the gate itself can be made out of lead, so we don't use our more precious silver. So 3 lead bars and a yeah, a lever. But where do we put the lever? Dormitory or underground? Maybe just in the dormitory, because there's probably going to always be some dwarf wetting his beard in some ale. We've got some more barrels if we want to have some more drinks, but we are okay now, I think. Now we can give you a chest. And I guess something has collapsed on the surface. A tree being cut down, I think. And wounded? I don't think so. A pile of loam of sand? I'm not sure what it was. It must have been, I think, just a tree being, but I don't see any wood. What happened here? It seems like a tree just collapsed. A fell tree. So he was felling it. Maybe the wood just got destroyed as it fell to the ground. Not sure, not exactly sure what happened there. A hospital would be a nice thing to have, probably. So how about we build maybe just a small one for now. Basalt like this, and then some floor first, I guess. Some nice wooden floor. And here, we already ordered some. Yes, Pap, you are nice, but I would like to look at the beds situation. And we would also need a few tables. I'm not sure if we already have some, so we'll order some more. They are now using this place to go outside the walls, as we have put in these bars which are blocking their movements. And we will link them to the lever and then pull it. And I guess in here we could just link it to the same one. Not sure if that's a good idea. We have just rebuilt it from some closest material, which was just more wood again. Some stairs going up. I guess this could just, well, let's make 2 floors and then we can have our doctor actually move in here over his hospital. Persimmon, sure. And actually go to our nobles and have a chief medical dwarf. Only a novice, doesn't need an office, thankfully. And this I would like also out of basalt. And this should be prioritized to already are linked. This guy is now stranded, so we have to quickly build another lever somewhere, I guess here, and connect it to the other smaller gate, and then let our stranded dwarf in. It was built, link, prioritize, and then just pull the lever. The priorities changed. No, they didn't. Here it's already opened, the lever was pulled. And I might as well, I'm not sure actually if a caravan will be able to step over the pressure plates. Creature trigger, I guess citizens do not trigger. Unfortunately, this is not remembered and you have to click it every time. This was pulled, it's now up, and the citizen is no longer stranded. And would like to have some tables for operating on our doors. No, not yet, because we need a roof overhead first, and actually a traction bench after the game is saved. Or maybe two, although we need chains for traction. Traction bench? Traction what? Traction bench? That's correct. So, silver chains, I guess. Why not? Let's make them fancy. Let's say 3 of them for now. How many bars have we got? 20. So that's plenty. So afterwards you can make some silver short swords. Let's say 20, although we might not have that much metal available. Not yet. Yeah, need chain, can't really make them just yet. Yeah, they are eating apples and lettuce, it seems like, and apparently lettuce leaves some seeds behind. It's a special type of lettuce. Some more gems that we would like to get to. The jeweler. I guess we should really entrust finished goods as well, and then store gems in here as well. And we are already storing finished goods, so that should be okay. I would really like you to finish walls, dwarves, and they are canceling because there is some walnut blocks blocking them. Let's just do it again and hopefully that should fix it. Sometimes they just move them aside, sometimes not. I'm not sure how exactly is it supposed to be working. We will also want some walls out of basalt in here. Have a nice basalt roof. Some dead birds littering the ground, but no one is available to clean them up. Apparently, they are all working hard. This has the jeweler. Actually, yeah, we have the And he is encrusting the silver chain. Let's order a single bookcase, at least for now. Not sure where we're going to fit it. Maybe in this guy's bedroom. And let's order a single traction bench. No, because don't have a chain. I guess we can wait a little bit for that. We are not in a rush. Outpost liaison, just socializing in our tiny tavern. Just finishing his last mechanism, the guy became a mechanic. Let's see. What's your skill now? A level 3 competent mechanic. He moves on to some construction jobs now, as all of the mechanisms that we ordered were completed. I guess since this is finished, we can place a hatch in here and then a few beds for potential patients, and also let's say 2 tables and a chest for medical equipment, and I guess it can be made as an office and hospital. Barricaded sanctuary, that's actually okay, but I would like a lot more of these things. 2 more of these, a lot more powders, not that we're going to have any, some more buckets and a lot more soap, not that we have any of that as well. She's only a novice, but that's the best we've got for now. And it seems like we are going to be seeing our first artifact. Is it our first? We know of some, but we haven't gotten one just yet. And the bedroom as well for our chief medical dwarf with some older beds, a nice cabinet made out of cherry wood, as well as a chest in the corner there. This shall be a bedroom to our chief medical dwarf. A latest all-in buttock has become a mysterious construction in the jeweler's workshop. What on earth might you be constructing, sir? And we should probably remember to assign him to the workshop once he's finished, as he is going to be a legendary jeweler once he finishes that artifact. Some more gems being found underground. Silver chain is finished, so we're able a traction bench, that is correct. Just put it against the wall here. Hopefully it's accessible like this. And I guess maybe one more bed in here. We might as well probably fit them here and in here, because I think pretty sure they can go diagonally, but let's not make it too crowded. A Morion bucket, actually. Okay. And now you're a legendary gem cutter, so we shall have you cutting gem and encrusting finished goods with them. Like a crystal bucket. made of gems, and a Morian bucket. All craft worshipped is of the highest quality, of course. It is encircled with bands of cushion-cut Morians. This object menaces with spikes of Morian and basalt. On the item is an image of dwarves in Morian. So not any specific character from our history. Now what? How do we can make a window? Where do you make windows? Is it only in the kiln or grass furnace? Actually, probably more likely. Kiln is for like clay, firing clay pots and stuff, I think. Now that we have the glass furnace, do we need a... What's required for a display case? It needs display object. So if we were to order a display case in here, just make display case. Not number of shops, but the number of display cases to be made. Is it Craftsworth? No, it's not. Stoneworker. Not in here. Is it at the forge? Display? Nope. I'm not sure where it is. I guess we have already run this episode for quite long, so that's where we are going to finish for today. And then I will hopefully remember to check where the display case is actually made. But yeah, we have finished building a small palisade all around our fledgling fortress. We also have a gate in here made of lead bars and a smaller one in here. Actually, I might already place some more traps, some stoneful traps here and some more here as well. So we have at least the littlest bit of protection. And how about these guys? Yeah, they don't really have... We only start to make the first few silver short swords, and they are also using shell helms and leggings. Hopefully they don't weigh them down too much. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.